Welcome to the Box Score Sports Podcast. The good.
That's okay. That's good. That's all right. That's okay.
Okay, Eric, what's your good of the Week 12 in the NFL season?
I'm gonna go with the comeback by the Eagles. Like they were playing really bad against the Buffalo Bills there. They looked bad. I remember looking at the halftime stats and being all depressed because I have 3 Eagles on my fantasy football team, and they weren't doing much. But then all of a sudden, that's why you play for 30 minutes. They came back and they beat the Bills, who everyone thinks is a contender in the. Well, I don't know if they still think that. Did at one point think the Bills were a contender in the AFC. So, you start off, again, not doing your best game, not playing your best performance, but then all of a sudden you come back and you win the kicker makes a game-winning field goal, I believe. No, a game-tying field goal, 59-yarder, sorry, not game-winning. And you just, I don't know, you just be happy for it. And then you got they're playing really dang good. It's only a good. I was thinking great because it was a great comeback, but you had to get down by that many points in order to have to play comeback. So that's why it's only my good this week. But it was impressive to watch.
Yeah, I'm glad you picked this one because the field goal, especially in that weather where the rain was falling, 59 yards. No, I honestly didn't think he was going to make it. They had 2 false starts in that drive. When they got into field goal range, they got 2 false starts by Jason Kelsey that put him back to that 59-yarder, and then he hits it. Yeah, the Eagles deserve a lot of credit for this win just because even though it is the Bills are playing for their playoffs lives right now, which is surprising to say because of the AFC and how loaded it is right now. But the Bills sat on the ball at the end of the game, 20 seconds left. They had a timeout. They kneeled it right away and just went into overtime. I thought that was a mistake. Like you're the team that lost in 13 seconds. Could you not go for, could we not try to get in field goal range in 20 seconds? You know how this can work. But yeah, overall, Hurts had a really good second half. The run game was there all game. DeAndre Swift only had 14 carries, but he averaged almost 6 yards a carry. And Devontae Smith had a really good game. So the Bills took out A.J. Brown for the most part, but that's what makes the Eagles so good is they have the other weapons that can fill in if you take out one of their players.
Exactly. So it's always to me impressive when a team come back. I have a hard time giving teams that come back a great for a week because you have to get down to come back. But I feel like they deserve a shout out because that kick by Jake Elliott is not easy any day of the week. I think I said the right kicker. So
yeah, I think so. I think you're right. Yep. Okay, let me go to my grade. It got really good. I gave it to the Pittsburgh Steelers offense. They only scored 13 points or 16 points. But they had over 400. Over 400 yards of offense this game, which is the most they've had all year, and for a long time. I don't think they've ever reached that without their offensive coordinator, and they were still going up against a solid defense. It's the most yards that Kenny Pickett threw all season. It's the he had let's see here. I just want to make sure I'm right about this. His second best QBR, his best QB rating of the season, other than week 3 against the Raiders. So the Steelers offense, like I was watching, the red zone as well as like my other games, but they were constantly like on red zone because of the deep passes they were throwing. Like Pat Freiermuth had 120 yards receiving because he was open in the middle. Kenny Pickett had average 9. Pickens had a average over almost 20 yards of reception because they were throwing the ball downfield. And I'm like, man, this offense looks so much better. And if you could get this kind of offense, like even the run game was better. Like Najee Harris averaged almost 7 yards a carry. So I wanted to give the Steelers a good because I didn't know how their offense was going to look after firing your offensive coordinator and changing on the fly. But if it's going to look like this, it changes what I think of the Steelers if they can put up, 400 yards of offense.
Right. How many games this year has Matt Canada coached for the Steelers?
Oh, but this one, right?
Okay. Yep. You're right. How many games have they gotten over 400 yards?
0. Oh, just this one.
Only this one.
Yeah.
This is the only game. If you want to find the problem for the Pittsburgh Steelers, you found it.
Yeah, I think so.
I read that stat the other day, and I'm just like, how many games with over 400 yards this season won? And that was this game. So you found the problem with the Steelers' offense was their maybe, but a week after he's let go, they put up their offense looks somewhat competent. It's encouraging. The Steelers somehow still win games even when they had a bad offensive coordinator. If they can get this solved, they could actually be, I think, a pretty scary team that you don't want to play against in the NFL in the playoff race.
Yeah.
So
I agree. Here's another crazy stat. You ready? The Matt Canada offense never reached 400 yards in 58 games with him coaching. Isn't that crazy?
Yep. That one's this. I don't get it. How, it's not like the Steelers have a bad offensive players, but yeah, Matt Canada is not a very good offensive coordinator.
58 games. How does Mike Tomlin just, I don't know. Anyway.
But they still win.
I know. Well, that's why he probably was like, well, we're winning, so what am I supposed to do about it?
Don't fix it if it ain't broken. Well, they finally fixed it, and there's a chance that this keeps up and their offense keeps improving. They could be a very scary team this year in the playoffs because their defense is still really good.
Yeah, I agree 100%. You ready to move on to the bad?
Thanks so much for watching this clip of the Box Score Sports podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you haven't yet, please subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter or X. And we'll talk to you guys real soon. See ya.